Hey you guys, what is up? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Jessica, aka Sup Gorgeous. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And if you've been here before and you've seen one of my videos, welcome back, sis. Today I am coming to you guys with no makeup, absolutely nothing on my face, clear, nothing, no tinted moisturizer, no foundation, sis, no anything, no nothing on my skin. I'm coming to you like this because today we're talking about skincare. Today we are talking about hormonal acne. Yep, that's right. Hormonal acne. The worst thing. No, I'm just kidding. It's not the worst thing, but girl, it is a mood killer, okay? Period. Like, you could really be like, you could really feel really pretty and then one day wake up and have hormonal acne, and it's like, and I'm not saying that you shouldn't be pretty, that you should not feel pretty with hormonal acne, because you should really be feeling yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you should really feel yourself no matter what type of state your skin is in. But will it knock you down a little bit? Will it try to take you off course? Yes, and it did it to me. So this video is here for anyone that has experienced hormonal acne before, or is currently going through it, or is just seeing a lot of breakouts. I'm here to talk to you today about my journey with hormonal acne, 1 month in to me taking Spironolactone and other prescribed topicals. So if you're interested in seeing how I went from this to this, then just keep on watching. Before I start talking a little bit about what I'm taking so far and what this past month has been for me, I think it really makes sense to just quickly go through the backstory of my skin type, and how I realized that I was going through hormonal acne and what it looked like, etc. For the most part, my skin, all up until this year, until about September, my skin has been pretty clear. I have normal to oily skin, or what you may refer to as combination skin. So in the summer months or in hot weather, my skin gets very oily, but in the winter months or when I'm in a cold climate, my face can get very dry. But for the most part, I'd say my entire life, my skin has leaned more towards the oily side. I really didn't start experiencing dry skin until I got older, and of course was doing the wrong things to my skin, and it was drying it out. So that is a little bit of back context on how my skin was and kind of what it's getting back to today. So in terms of a skincare routine, I never really had a skincare routine that was like super fancy or anything like that. To this day, I still feel like I have a pretty simplistic skincare routine, although it's starting to get up there. I was that type of person that had oily skin that would try to dry out their skin. So it really was not until this year that I started using moisturizer very consistently, and now I'm to the point where I use it every single morning and every single night. But I say all that to say, I was not somebody that had a very in-depth skincare routine at all. Back in September, I started to get these cystic bumps like all over my cheeks and then sort of my mustache area. So I would get like really big cysts right here, and then I would get like tiny bumps, cystic bumps, like all across my mustache area. Sometimes they would pop up on my nose, but the first time I kind of knew that this was different was, one, I seriously would wash my face in the morning and then an hour later I would have 3 new pimples. Or the thing about this acne was that it was very painful. Like, it would hurt, honestly, on my face. Like, I could feel them hurting. And so that was my first sign that I was like, what is going on? But I kind of chalked it up to just having a bad diet. Maybe I was just eating a little bit too much during quarantine. I was just drinking a lot of soda. I was like, maybe this is just my body playing catch up with the diet that I had. But that's when I was like, okay, no more eating bad, no more soda. I'm gonna begin eating clean and drinking a lot more water. I started doing that, and from September to October, nothing really happened. In fact, my birthday is in October, and this is a couple days before my birthday, and this is honestly what my skin looked like at its worst, at its peak. I was still getting pimples every day, all day. Like, it didn't matter what I was doing. I would wake up in the morning with pimples that had healed overnight, but then a whole brand new batch were like clustered together over here. And so it was extremely frustrating, and I felt very insecure. And again, like I said, it was very painful. It's not like these were just bumps on my face. Like, they were painful bumps that hurt. Another thing that I thought it could have been was my mask. Of course, we're in a pandemic right now. You have to wear your mask everywhere you go. And so I thought that maybe I was suffering from maskne. To this day, I'm really still not confident in that theory, only because this started happening in September, and I had been wearing my mask every day up until that point in March, and nothing had happened like this before. So do I think that maybe the mask can cause breakouts? Yes. Do I think that that was the biggest contributor to my skin? No. In fact, I think it was probably like one of the last variables that was causing my skin to break out, but I do not think that it was the biggest variable. Finally, after about a month of me trying to eat healthier, drink more water, wear less makeup, wear my mask less frequently, I was still experiencing these really bad breakouts. I had never been to a dermatologist and never been to an esthetician. At this point, I was still just washing my face and going about my day, or washing my face and going to sleep. I was not moisturizing at all. Finally, I decided to make an appointment with a dermatologist in my city. And I want to just pause for the cause right quick. It is a privilege to be able to just go to a dermatologist and, you know, get prescribed something, go pick it up, and, you know, pay whatever copay it is or pay the money that it may be. So when I say that I went to a dermatologist, I say that with the utmost grace, that I understand not everyone has access to a dermatologist, let alone insurance. And so if you are someone that has thought about going to a dermatologist, I feel you, and I don't mean this to be one of those people that is insensitive to access, because again, it is a privilege that I was able to book an appointment with a dermatologist, not even think twice about it, and be on my merry way. So my graces to those that may not have that type of access. Back to me going to a dermatologist. I made my appointment, and when we did it, it was virtual because of the pandemic. But she started off by just asking me a few questions. She asked me what my diet was like. She asked me if I was drinking, how much water I was drinking during the day. And then she also asked me if I was experiencing any stress. That was the second kind of pain in my ear, that this might be caused by stress. Another big indicator that she gave me that I was going through hormonal acne was a type of acne. It was cystic acne, and like I kind of shared, I was only experiencing it right here, where essentially a man would grow a beard. Like, I literally was growing it. I mean, the acne was happening where a man would get facial hair, and obviously I can't grow a beard. So that was another big indication to her that this was a hormonal thing, and no matter what type of skin care I was using or products I was using, it would have to be resolved from the inside out. All that being said, her conclusion was that I was going through hormonal acne, and she prescribed to me 3 different things. The first thing she prescribed to me was spironolactone at 50 milligrams per day. And spironolactone, basically, the main use for this is for people that have high cholesterol, but it can also serve as a remedy for hormonal acne or acne. This helps for some people that go through this on the acne side, they have an overproduction of estrogen. I think that's the hormone it's called. So as I was recording this, I realized that it is not called estrogen, it's called androgen. Yeah. But they have an overproduction of it, and that's why you notice it on areas as a woman where a man would grow a beard and your body is just overproducing this hormone. And so what the spironolactone does is block the production of that. And then she prescribed to me tretinoin cream at 0.025%. And then she also prescribed to me clinidine. She also prescribed to me clindamycin benzoyl gel. I probably didn't say that correctly. Sorry. My first reaction was just like an oral treatment. Like, I did not want to take anything orally. I did not want to take any type of medication because I really felt like once you're on it and if you stop taking it, who knows what's going to happen to your skin. And so I just really didn't want to take any type of medication. She was telling me about the side effects and was like, oh, but this only happens to 1% of people. And I'm like, girl, what if I'm the 1%? Okay, now that you guys know a little bit of backstory on my skin type and what my skin was like before this, what my experience was like when I was beginning to see the hormonal acne and finally going to the dermatologist. And now I'm going to talk a little bit about what it's been like this past month using these products and how I use them and how they were prescribed for me. So the first thing, like I said, she prescribed to me was Spironolactone, and I take this at 50 milligrams. Fun fact, you can be prescribed at a higher dosage depending on your acne, but this is what my dermatologist said that would be good for me. I take this every night with food. On the instructions, it tells you that you can take it with or without food, but I take mine with food at night. The biggest thing to make sure you don't do if you do decide to take it at night is to not take it too close to bed, as spironolactone is a diuretic. So you want to make sure that you're drinking plenty and plenty of water, but with that, it is going to make you go to the bathroom more, potentially. So that's how I take my spironolactone. When it comes to the clindamycin benzoyl peroxide gel, I use this, I was prescribed to use this every single day in the morning. So I use it every morning after I wash my face. And what this does, if I remember correctly, is help to begin fading your dark spots, which it has definitely helped fade some of my dark spots. So we're going good here. And then the last thing that I was prescribed was the tretinoin cream. And if you know anything about tretinoin cream, it is very, very strong. So you have to be prescribed this. You can purchase it online, but if you're buying it online, just be very, very careful because you don't know the types of side effects that it can cause on your skin. And the fact that it's normally prescribed is, you know, a key indicator that a professional is telling you to use this. So you don't want to just slap it all over your face and you don't know what it's going to do. So all that being said, I use this every other night and I mix it with my moisturizer. And yeah, I know too, people may be a little bit curious on if I experience any side effects with spironolactone, as it is a diuretic. One of the side effects is that you begin to use the restroom more. I have not seen that at all. Like I said, I take mine at night and I have not really seen any uptake in frequency of me using the bathroom or using the bathroom in the middle of the night. I think it really depends on my experience on how much water you're drinking during the day. But in general, it's kind of hard to tell because if you start drinking a lot of water during the day, of course you're going to be using the bathroom more. I don't really think that I began experiencing a whole lot of side effects from any of these products. Another thing I want to add about spironolactone, outside of it being a diuretic and me not seeing any side effects, is that it normally takes about up to 3 months for you to really begin to see it work. I will say that when I began taking it, I had these tiny cystic bumps on like my chin area. You could not see them, but I could feel them and I knew that they were there. The next night after I took this for the first time, they were gone. So it's not to say that I have not gotten any pimples since taking spironolactone. However, in this first month, I've noticed that I have not had any cystic bumps pop up. I did have a small bump that popped up in terms of when I got my period, but outside of that, I have not gotten any big cystic acne bumps or anything like that on my face. It's just been tiny bumps in the very, very first 2 to 3 weeks that I was really beginning to use this every day. So that is the 1 month update on me using Spironolactone and these other topical treatments. As shared, Spironolactone usually takes about 3 months for you to really see the full effects. So I'm going to be documenting this from month 1, like this video, month 2, and then month 3. And hopefully by that point, my skin will have been seen its worst days, seen its darkest days, and it will clear up. But here is my skin today. It is about 3 o'clock, and I did my morning routine with my skin, and it has come a long way. Well, that is it for this video. I hope that this was super informative for anyone that is going through hormonal acne, or maybe has been prescribed some of this medication and is weary of taking it, or maybe you tried it before in the past and you're maybe thinking about giving it another go. More than anything, I just hope that this was helpful, and I will see you guys in my next one.